Hello, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the end of 2024. Am I the only one existential crisising about it? I don't think so. Let's not worry about that now. Let's move on. Welcome to the holiday season. This is the time of year when a lot of people go off track and end up eating a lot more sugary foods than normal, drinking a lot more alcohol than normal, working out a lot less than normal, and just generally engaging in a lot of habits that contribute to inflammation, bloating, dehydration, which is gonna make your skin look more dry and less vibrant, etc. A lot of things that ultimately result in what I will call a glow down instead of a glow up, you know? And I think this holiday glow down gets into a lot of people's heads and is a big part of the reason that people go into the new year determined to like lose weight and glow up. Because you're not just carrying with you the goals that you had in the previous year that maybe you didn't achieve and now it's the new year and you want to achieve them. You had those goals that you didn't quite achieve and maybe you aren't feeling super great about it. And then on top of that, you have all of this extra holiday stuff descending on your body and making you feel like 10 times worse about it. So then you go into the new year with 10 times more motivation and determination, but also oftentimes like 10 times more self-hatred, which tends to lead to people, you know, doing the crazy crash diets, the things that are generally not super healthy and good for you. So my goal with this video is to do something that I'm really bad at, something that I've never done before, and keep this short and sweet. I feel like I'm already failing at this. Is it possible for Marissa to make a video without just rambling forever? I don't know, we'll find out. But I wanna give you some short and sweet, quick fire tips to help prevent the holiday glow down so that you go into the new year still feeling like good about yourself as a whole. And with these tips, I'm not gonna advocate for any restriction. Like, you guys know me, I am all about enjoying your life, making things sustainable for you, making fitness feel good for you. And I don't think the holidays are the time to like implement crazy restriction. They're the time to enjoy these extra things, enjoy time with family, enjoy the holiday spirit, even if that spirit comes in the form of literal spirits and you're just taking shots. Not that I advocate for just taking a bunch of shots, but anyway. The point being, these tips will add things into your life to help balance out the less helpful things that get added into your life during the holidays. So you can more maintain where you're at rather than end up feeling worse about yourself by the time the holidays are over. So with that said, let's get straight into it. So first things first is minerals. There are so many things that occur during the holidays that deplete your body's store of minerals. First and foremost, stress. Like, the holidays, while a happy fun time, can also be a very, very stressful time for a lot of people. At the moment of me filming this, Christmas is in 12 days. And I still need to get a lot of Christmas presents. I'm stressed. But also things like consuming more alcohol, consuming excess salt, reduced water intake as a whole, all of these can lead to mineral imbalances in your body. And when you don't have the right balance of minerals, you're gonna feel more fatigued and thus look more fatigued. Your skin is not gonna be as hydrated. It's gonna be more dry, flaky, especially if you're in like a winter climate with really dry weather. Like, that's a double whammy for your skin. Not hydrating from within, the outside is dehydrating. Like, the minerals are necessary. Lack of hydration also contributes to more fine lines and wrinkles appearing on your face. Specifically, magnesium plays a key role in your skin's barrier function. And so if you're deficient in magnesium, your skin barrier is not going to be as strong and healthy. When your mineral or electrolyte balance is off, it's also going to impact your blood vessel function and the circulation of your blood in your body, which, if that's not working too well, that's also gonna make you look just less radiant. Also, mineral balance, super important for digestion. If you don't have enough minerals, you're gonna end up more bloated. You're not going to be able to process your food as well. You might also end up retaining more water, having a little bit more inflammation, so you're gonna look more puffy, which is gonna make you look more tired. Basically, if you wanna glow up, not glow down, make sure you are consuming enough minerals slash electrolytes. This is full of electrolytes and various other things. So the key here is make sure you are drinking enough water and adding electrolytes to the water to maintain a good mineral balance in your body. And as you guys know, my current favorite electrolyte is from Element. Element is a tasty electrolyte drink mix with everything you need and nothing you don't. So it's full of sodium, potassium, and magnesium in the scientifically backed ratio. So 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, 60 milligrams of magnesium. And it also has nothing that you don't need. So no fillers, no additives, no preservatives, no gluten, no artificial flavors or coloring. This is not blue from the Element. It's the spirulina that's also in there. Element is formulated to help anyone with their electrolyte needs. And so if you are in the market for a good electrolyte supplement, highly recommend checking out Element. I have been leaning on their raw unflavored flavor lately, just because I've been adding it to other good stuff that I am including for like my personal health journey, skin journey, etc. And there's plenty of flavor in the stuff that I'm adding it to. So going with the raw unflavored for me. But through the holiday season, they actually just came back out with their chocolate medley, which is a box of their chocolate mint, chocolate chai, and chocolate raspberry flavors. And those are like so good, so yummy to add to your morning coffee or a hot chocolate. You know, you can make a fun little holiday hot chocolate and then add your minerals to it. You can add their chocolate mint, their chocolate chai, like that'd be so good in a hot chocolate, and then double whammy, enjoying the holidays and getting your electrolyte. But all of their flavors are delicious, you can't go wrong. And right now Element is offering you guys a free sample pack, so 8 single serving samples free with any order. So if you place an order, you can also try all of the rest of their flavors in the sample pack. And you can get this offer at drinklmnt.com/fitandnerdy. I will leave a link down in the description box below. Go check it out. Highly recommend. Stay salty. My next tip is to stay moving. And I know this can be really hard during the holidays, especially those of you that live in colder climates than Southern California. I have it pretty easy here, but I have spent many a winter in Boston, so like I get it. But not letting yourself use the weather as an excuse to not be active. Like you can do stuff in your house. This doesn't have to be like, I'm not saying you need to go to the gym for an hour every single day in order to not glow down during the holidays. Like that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying try to aim for like 20 to 30 minutes of movement daily, and it can be super gentle, easy movement. It can be a 20-minute follow along yoga flow on YouTube. It can be a 20-minute follow along stretching session. The goal is just to get your body moving. You can do HIIT workouts, you can do circuit training. What I do recommend is trying, if you can, to actively incorporate some amount of resistance training, even if it's just like 2 days a week for 20 to 30 minutes. If you're picking like 3 exercises, ideally compound exercises, to get the most bang for your buck, and do like 4 sets of each. That'll get you like a good 25-minute workout that gets your blood flowing, gets your muscles moving, and is really going to help support your body through the holidays. Because here's the thing, holiday indulgences, while delicious and amazing, highly recommend, often lead to a lot of bloating for a lot of people. But movement really helps improve digestion. So it's gonna help counteract that. Holiday indulgences with all of the sugar and processed foods and everything can also lead to a lot of inflammation. But again, movement is going to lead to better circulation, which is going to help decrease that inflammation. Holidays, like we said, also cause a lot of stress. A regular movement practice is going to help bring your cortisol levels back down. All the holiday treats also cause blood sugar spikes galore, which tend to lead to increased cravings for more holiday treats, which leads to more blood sugar spikes, which leads to more holiday treats. And that's when you end up just like constantly eating cookies, which is going to contribute to fat gain. Not that you're going to gain any significant amount of fat in the next like 2 weeks before the new year, but still not super helpful. Also probably gonna not be great for your skin if you're acne prone, if you're eczema prone, if you're prone to any sort of skin issues. Eating a ton of sugar and processed foods tends to not help too well. Probably gonna contribute to bloating in some capacity. Like as a whole, just not a train you wanna be on. So just try to incorporate little bits of movement throughout your day. It doesn't even all have to be in one go. You can do exercise snacks. You can do like 5 minutes of dancing around your kitchen while you're waiting for your cookies to bake, or while you're waiting for your water to boil to make hot chocolate. You can do a little bit of stretching while watching Elf. You can just sprinkle the movement in here and there, and it's really going to benefit you so much more than just being sedentary. Next tip is balance it out. Again, we're not trying to restrict, we're trying to enjoy the holidays, but there are things you can add in to help your body compensate for, deal with the extra things that are being added in during the holidays. You know, one of the big things is sugary treats, alcohol, more processed foods, etc. contribute a lot to blood sugar spikes, which can lead to feeling and looking more fatigued, driving up cravings, causing you to eat more, driving up inflammation, which is gonna make you look more puffy and just generally less healthy. So trying to balance that out with more nutrient-dense, fiber-rich, protein-rich foods is going to help kind of offset all of that blood sugar roller coastering that's going on. And then also trying to focus more on eating more of the more helpful things is going to help you naturally eat less of the less helpful things without feeling restricted. So, you know, if you were to go to a Christmas party and it's dinner and dessert and drinks or whatever, and if you make sure to, when you get there, have a big dinner full of protein and vegetables, then by the time dessert comes around, you're probably going to eat less of it than you would if you weren't paying attention to what was on your dinner plate. Because the more protein and more fiber you have, the more satiated you're going to feel, and so you aren't going to eat as many cookies. And then also, even if you were to eat just as many cookies, because let's face it, cookies are really good and we love them, the protein and fiber that you've had before is going to help blunt that blood sugar spike that you would be getting if you had like purely mashed potatoes for dinner before you had the cookies. Basically, if you know you're going to be indulging in more fun holiday foods on a specific day, or even in the realm of a couple days, then make sure you're also prioritizing getting in fiber, getting in protein, getting in more nutrient-dense foods, healthy fats, etc. is gonna help stabilize your energy, stabilize your blood sugar, and reduce your cravings for those foods as a whole. And then you can also specifically add in foods that are gonna help combat inflammation, because as we talked about, a lot of holiday things can contribute to inflammation. So adding in more turmeric, dark leafy greens and vegetables, extra virgin olive oil, foods with omega-3s. Adding more of those things to your diet is just gonna help reduce that inflammatory load a little bit. Next huge thing that you can do that can make a huge impact on just how you look aesthetically throughout the holidays is anything you can to support your digestion. Because as I've said a million times already by now, the extra sugar, the extra processed foods, the probably less fiber if you're not doing the previous tip of adding more nutrients and fiber into your diet, all of those things lead to bloating and water retention. And no one likes getting ready for a little holiday party and putting on your cute little holiday dress and getting ready and then looking in the mirror and realizing you look 3 months pregnant because you are so bloated because you had pancakes and a chocolate muffin for breakfast with nothing else that day. That happened. That was me, like 3 days ago. It was fine. I still wore the cute little dress and I loved it, but like kind of would have been nice to not be so bloated, you know? Because not only does it like hit your confidence a little bit when you look in the mirror, but also you feel kind of just like gross and sluggish and uncomfortable, and that in itself just doesn't feel good. Like you don't feel good walking into a social situation where you're supposed to, you know, engage with people and be happy and talkative when you're feeling like you kind of just want to curl up on the couch because you just don't feel great in your tummy. So supporting your digestion is a great way to minimize or avoid instances like that. Some big things you can do are, again, addition of adding in foods that are going to support digestion, like ginger tea, peppermint tea. Some people do really well taking a little bit of apple cider vinegar before you eat. I am not one of those people. I did this trial a couple of years ago. It's posted on my YouTube channel of trying apple cider vinegar for like a week, and it was not good for my digestion, but it helps a lot of other people. So like give it a shot. And then also incorporating fermented foods, foods that have good bacteria in them, like yogurt, kimchi, sauerkraut, etc. Just feeding the good bugs in your body and adding more good bugs to your body is going to help your body process through foods and digest better. Make sure you are eating enough fiber. Like that was probably my mistake a couple days ago when I just had the pancakes and chocolate chip muffin for breakfast. No fiber. It just felt like it was just like sitting in my stomach, not really moving. So if you don't want that to happen to you, don't slack on your fiber. You can also consider adding in a probiotic every day to help support your digestion, or a digestive enzyme, which could be really helpful for the meals where you know they're gonna be less helpful, less optimal, less great on your digestive system. Like if you know your digestive system's gonna need a little bit of support going into the meal, maybe take a digestive enzyme with you. And then other things that are gonna support digestion are things that we've already talked about. So like proper hydration, like minerals, so key for efficient, effective digestion. Also exercise and movement is going to really help kind of like get things moving through your body. And then lastly, we have sleep. The effects of poor sleep on your aesthetics are pretty obvious to most people. You get a bad night's sleep, you wake up looking like you got a bad night's sleep. That doesn't do much for your confidence in your body. But also it increases sugar cravings, which is not going to help with all of the other things we talked about, where sugar increases inflammation, bloating, etc. Poor sleep is also going to negatively impact your mood. Like if you're already feeling a little bit down about looking more bloated and inflamed, and now your mood isn't great because you didn't get much sleep, like probably not gonna feel super confident going to a holiday party in a cute little dress. Like how you feel about yourself is one of the biggest contributing factors to like glow up versus glow down. And it's a lot harder to feel good about yourself when you haven't gotten enough sleep to get your brain to a healthy, stable place. So as much as possible, stick to a consistent sleep schedule. I know this is harder during the holidays because you might be going to holiday parties and such that go later, but do your best, do what you can. Also avoiding heavy meals, lots of processed foods, sugar, etc., alcohol, caffeine within a few hours of sleeping is going to help a lot. So that's personally something that I have become even more aware of because I've shifted my sleep schedule quite a bit lately. I go to bed a lot earlier than I was before, but I hadn't shifted my eating schedule, and I noticed that that was impacting my sleep quality. So now I'm being much more diligent about cutting off my eating earlier in the day. I'm not being like super strict or weird about it or anything. I'm just more aware of what is going to be most helpful for my sleep in terms of when I stop eating for the day. And so as an example, this little holiday party that I went to a couple days ago, it had food, it had dessert. As soon as I showed up, I started eating dinner essentially, so that I would be having dinner as early as possible because it was already a little bit later than I would have preferred to have dinner anyway. So I started eating as soon as I got there. I didn't like make my rounds talking to people for an hour and a half and then start eating. I was just like, food. Also, I like food. It was there. It was very good. So I wanted to eat the food also. And then once I had my fill on the protein, the veg, the good stuff, then I was like, dessert. So we still made a point to enjoy all of the food, enjoy all of the dessert. Like I lost track of the number of tiny little flourless chocolate cakes that I ate, but I prioritized getting in the nutrient dense foods first, the protein, the fiber, etc. I prioritized finishing everything as early as possible while still, you know, being able to partake in festivities and whatnot. And I was still able to enjoy myself and have a great time. I wasn't restricting in any way. I was just putting a little bit more intention into my decisions and how I approach the evening. And one quick bonus tip before I sign off, this is me completely failing at making this video short and sweet. One quick bonus tip is to remember that there's not actually that much time left in the year. It is pretty much not feasible for you to gain a ton of fat in the next couple weeks. But with an influx of more alcohol, more processed sugary foods, etc., the scale may shoot up a ton. This is almost all water weight. A lot of people see the scale shoot up around this time and it freaks them out. And again, that's why they go into the new year being like, I'm going to essentially punish myself with a super restrictive diet, go all out in the gym, and essentially engage in all of these unhealthy behaviors because they are afraid of what they saw their body do and the scale do during the holidays. So don't let huge scale fluctuations freak you out right now. Like the scale may shoot up 10 pounds, but trust me, someone would have to pay you to eat enough to actually gain like 10 pounds of fat in the next 2 or 3 weeks. So before you freak out, judge yourself, feel guilty, dive into the restriction because of the number on the scale, give your body time to come back down, balance itself out. And that's it. Those are my top tips to avoid the holiday glow down, stay feeling good about yourself, get into the new year without feeling like you ruined all of your progress, which is something that a lot of people go through. Hopefully this is helpful. If you have any more tips, please leave them down in the comments below. Do make sure you check out Element at drinkelement.com/fitandnerdy to get yourself a free sample pack. In the meantime, if you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up. It really does support me and my channel. I really genuinely appreciate it. Please share this video with your friends, your family, your fitness buddies. If you want to see more content from me all about health and fitness, you can check it out over here. To see future videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the little notification bell so you get notified when I post a video, and I will see you very soon. Bye!